Hey guys, Jelena Jensen here with your favorite baldy, Limpy, welcoming you to this week's free MMORPG Weekly News.
Alright everybody, thank Jelena for that wonderful intro. Now guys, pardon my voice, I'm a little hoarse after this weekend, but let's get started. We're going to start off with a new game that's been announced last week, and that's Panzer General Online. And this is from Ubisoft, another free-to-play game hitting the browser from Ubisoft. It looks to be pretty cool, the way that they've got this set up. Essentially, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to be a general to control things like airplanes, infantry, tanks, and much more, which is really cool. You're going to take command of all those different units in historically inspired battles. So that sounds pretty awesome. Now, they're not only going to have a single-player mode, which can essentially be like an advanced tutorial, but it's also going to have a multiplayer mode where you can go up against your friends. So, pretty cool stuff there. I'm interested to see how this plays out, jumping into battles like Omaha Beach and things like that. Now, you're also going to have trading card-based elements. They're going to allow you to collect different like miniatures. So it's going to be like just like years ago, back in the day when you used to collect little miniatures and play, and all this stuff to basically comprise your own personal army. So something to definitely check out, and we're hoping to see some more out of that very, very soon from Ubisoft. Okay guys, so last week we got news from a game a lot of you guys have asked me about while I've been live streaming. Also, a lot of you guys have asked me about in the YouTube comments on other videos, and that's about Warface closed beta. And the Warface closed beta testing restarted last week on August 21st. And essentially, this closed beta testing phase that's going to lead us right into the game's launch. Now, it's open to registered members of Cry. If you want to jump in, you can become a member of that and be able to jump into this closed beta testing. Now, the cool thing with this is the game has, of course, 4 distinct character classes. There's a ton of cooperative and competitive gameplay, and you're going to be able to play and jump into all of that. Now, the game is going to be constantly updated with new challenges, and with the PvP aspect of things changing all the time, so that's really kind of cool. So if you want to Europe, and they haven't announced when the actual launch is going to be, but the latest closed beta testing phase is here. If you want to get on that, what chance? Now, it seems like we've got a lot of launch or beta testing news. And last week, coming out of Cologne, out of Gamescom, World of Warplanes announced that they're actually going to launch in CIS countries on September 25th, and in North America and Europe, they'll get their launch version on September 26th. German and recently announced British planes are going to be added to the game as well. So, pretty crazy stuff. If you want to get it in there, the game, since it went from open beta into open beta, from closed to open beta, sorry. Since it went into open beta, the game has really changed a lot, and they've made a lot of adjustments. They've better, and we're only going to see more of that. You know, Wargaming has always been very good about updating their games constantly, so I expect to see that. And then basically, you know what, at that point in time, it's time to put the floor when all these games are going to come together, and we're going to have one big world with World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, World amongst all these different warfields. So World of Warplanes, we're getting it on the 25th for CIS countries of September. The 26th of September, North America and Europe. Launch date has been announced. So how many of you guys are ready for Phase 2 of Open Beta for Firefall? Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys heard about this, but last week at Gamescom, it was announced that essentially Open Beta Stage 2 is here, and this introduced a really, really neat feature. Essentially what's going to happen is the game world becomes determined by the players. And let me talk about exactly how that works. Essentially, you're going to push back against the melding, and you're going to eliminate chosen fortresses. So you're going to push back against the melding, slowly move your way into new zones as a collective group on the entire server. And as you push through there, you're eventually going to get to where you have a chosen fortress that you're going to get taken out, and then that's going to open up new chosen technology that can be researched and new recipes for crafted gear, stuff like that. It also will unlock an entire zone, an entire warfront that will open up quests and gear and all kinds of new things for players to take part in. Now, also what happens is players will then choose which warfront they want to take on next through their actions. They're going to be able to slowly work the world, take over different pieces, and remember, once you take over those pieces, you've got to hold it. The chosen will fight back, and you will have to hold those areas. So a really neat feature that's being introduced for Open Beta Stage 2 from Firefall. I don't know how many of you guys look forward to checking this out, but tell me down in the notes, down in the comments below, if you plan on checking this out or you think this is a pretty neat feature. I think it's pretty cool. All right, guys, the time has come. Here it is. Last week, Dungeons & Dragons Neverwinter opened up their first expansion pack Fury of the Feywild and the adventure zone of Sharandar opened up, giving new lore, new instances, new dungeons, and a ton more stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff for you guys to check out. It's basically the first module, the first expansion. Basically, it's chronicling the attempts of the Forian giants to seize the elven outpost of Sharandar. So this is your chance to get involved in that battle. There's all kinds of new weapons and items, all kinds of new rewards, encounter new creatures, so much more. You can start to play as the sun and the moon elves. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We expect even more coming out of the Neverwinter camp. Now, I played this game a lot. There's also new stuff and new things available in the Foundry, and there's new things coming out all the time. So definitely go check out this new expansion, Fury of the Feywild, now live for Neverwinter. Now, I have to say, it's pretty amazing what We Made USA has done with Lost Saga. The game was basically dead, and they brought it back. Now, unfortunately, it's still only available in the US, but hopefully around the world, in EU and stuff like that, it's going to be available soon. Now, they had launched last week all new playable characters from the fighting game Guilty Gear. Now, this is to follow up with characters playable from King of Fighters and Blaze Blue, so they're really giving you guys a lot of stuff to play with. Now, they also introduced a Minecraft-inspired building block option with what they call Block A, and it's basically a construction material that you can basically build anything you want out of it. Now, you also have some instrument motions, which are basically like, flute, trumpet, violin. You can play those and actually play some musical emotes, which is pretty cool. So it's pretty awesome where they're going with the game. I look forward to seeing more. Now, they are also having an event going on right now where you can actually go in and use the Block A building options to build some stuff, create some screenshots, and then showcase them on Facebook, and the community will vote on them, and there'll be things like, premium content or premium currency, and also legendary gear chests that you can actually earn for just building stuff in the game. So pretty neat stuff. Hopefully that will come with some maybe opening up in the EU here in the near future.
Alright guys, that's all for this week, but for more info on all these titles, head on over to MMODen.com. Also, remember to comment on this and other MMODen Weekly videos and earn a chance to win one of our 5 weekly prizes given out each and every Monday. For now, this is Jelena Jensen for MMODen. Until next time, pathetic balls, and thanks for watching.